Okay, and 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, we're skipping the plot. This game is really great. You should totally play it. Short version for people who don't know any of the versions of Metroid 2. After the events of the first game and potentially other things, the Galactic Federation has determined that the Metroids are too big of a threat to civilization and have to be eliminated. And since Samus is the only one who has faced one and survived, they have asked her to go to the Metroid home planet to eliminate them once and for all. That's the base.
Fun resume.
Yeah. Who needs save points?
Metroid Destroyer.
Okay, let's go for the jump that Dragon You saw me screw up. Oh, screw up. I'll go for it one more time. There we go. Finally got it!
Hooray!
Oh, helps. That's interesting. I didn't know you did that. What's over half dead? That's fine, right? Still don't want save points. Oh, I almost got that jump. I don't think I've once gotten that jump correctly. Ah, well. As long as I don't die on my way to the next save point, I'll consider it not a complete loss. May also note that I spend a lot of time in ball. That is because moving in ball is faster than moving normally.
I remember the first time you and I were playing this together, we didn't know that there was a ball path through that hill.
Yeah. Yeah. And things lined up better than expected. That's nice. Yay for spamming.
Snails.
Yes. Pasta snails are awesome.
The damage that you took from that thing lined up your jumps just right.
That's what I was hoping to avoid, but oh well. I do still agree with you that those things kind of look like the gunship.
In a way that is entirely unnecessary with the way this game is designed. Like, that doesn't need to look that way.
Yeah. I wonder how much of that was, like, actively intentional versus potentially subconscious. I'll be taking lots of safety saves because this game is terrifying. And nicely, they let you cancel out of the, hey, you got a thing animation. So sorry that little jingle is going to get constantly interrupted while I'm playing this, but that's just the way it's going to be. I really like some of the mechanics that they put in to this. This is a fan-made game, by the way, for those that aren't aware. Some of the mechanics that they added in make for really, really smooth movement and controls, and I just adore it. There are also a lot of options for how you want things to work, which is pretty cool too. Okay. We're gonna actually get charged because I didn't get a chance to complete the one where, the test game where I was going to try and skip charge. And I don't want to get to the very end of the game and fail because I didn't pick it up. So that may have been unnecessary, but such is life. Essentially, my method of practice has been make all of the mistakes possible during practice so that you have already made them by the time you're trying to do the real run. I do like leaving this room without using the thing that you just got.
Yeah, they're like, here's a place for you to use a spider ball, and use it to get out, and you're like, why?
This is one of the 2 places in the game that I'm actually going to bother using spider ball, but bomb jumping up here is awful, so that alone makes it worth it. Come on. There we go. A little bit of funny floaty tech. Mostly because I can. One of the things I like the most about, one moment, about the controls changes is that there's a button to immediately go into Morph Ball, so you don't have to double tap to go into it, you just have to tap the button, which lets you do cool, like, mid-air Morph Balls like that. It just makes the game feel really smooth once you get used to that. But that said, all 3 of the Metroid games have slightly different mechanics and slightly different controls, so it's a little bit of a nightmare for my brain trying to move from one to the other rapidly.
In response to Wander, yes, this is where the lore of behind the Metroids comes into play.
Good, 3 is the correct count. There's a counter of how many Metroids are left, and I don't want to be off by 1. Being off by 1 means that I've forgotten something and need to both figure it out and backtrack. I love this little tunnel. I even didn't screw up jumping up to it this time.
These quick kills are getting a lot better.
Those ones are a lot easier to juggle than some of the others.
I mean, it's also why you're willing to stand in thorns and spikes and stuff just to get the hit.
Yep, that's true. As long as I can kill them fast enough, standing in an area to make them come out and play is actually... What are you doing? Alright, come over here. Like that. Really? Okay. Okay. So, that was exciting.
It was not your cleanest fight.
No. I tend to play it fairly thin on life, but I don't usually try it in that section, but I don't usually try to play it quite that thin on life. But since there's a save point here, all is well. Actually wait to get some missile packs. Dragon might remember that failing to get some missiles there can mean some out-of-sequence stuff, which is a waste of time later.
I'm glad that I could participate in your past failure to see this future success.
I like that phrasing. I also am glad to participate in your past failures to contribute to today's success.
You guys are so awesome.
Feeling very, very official. Pretty cool. I'm helping out, paying it forward, you know, it's cool.
Absolutely. Man, I'm gonna miss that instant morph ball when I switch over to Super Metroid.
I love this fight because it's like, you had a hiding spot. I like your hiding spot too. Let me use it against you.
I appreciate that the game is willing to surprise you with a sudden boss fight, even though that one's easy. That it's willing to be like, oh, by the way, haha, you may not have realized it, but you're walking into a boss fight right now.
I also like the fact that you walked over a broken save point, which is...
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love...
It's not something that is necessary, because they didn't want a save point there, but it just sets the tone.
Yes, I love that they did that.
Now, does the water allow you to put bombs in it to suck them into the turbines? Did you try that?
I don't think that I did try that. Oh, come on.
You can spider ball your way up there.
I can't. Normally it doesn't take me long to get that, but whatever. It did this time. I love the music in this section. Sadly, interrupted by a boss fight. in water, moving his ball is faster than running. Will not be the last time we see that. Okay, learning from last night's failures. I'm gonna go for a high jump before I try to go into other areas. Yes! Got that the first time. You've seen how inconsistent I can be with high jumps sometimes.
I like the fact that you have seen none of the Metroids really explode to this point, such that people don't realize that they drop stuff for you.
Yeah.
They're just moving on so fast. They're like, oh, they drop goodies? Who knew?
I'll need it later, but sticking around for it takes time.
No, I'm just saying I'm used.
Oh yeah. As you should be. Wow, you really want to chase me hard today, don't you? Yep, I almost missed first cycle on that, but second lines up so nicely it doesn't matter. Do you remember me falling horribly during that?
Yes, I do.
I love how if you just hold left while that's going on, you're just going to drop right into the bucket.
That float tech is really nice.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Did you develop it yourself, or did you look at some other streamer who done
I saw a streamer do it. Alright. Sadly, I'm going to do this section in two phases, in two sweeps rather than one. Much as I would like to do it all at once. My ammo conservation is not quite up to snuff there. It also lets me worry less about life and ammo to do a little bit more juggling. We're using Spider for this tank.
I remember that, yes.
I have Spider, but that's so slow. Oops.
And the thorns are only dealing you 1 damage.
Yep. Oh, really?
When they first start doing the charge attack.
Okay, we're definitely refilling missiles. I also like how sometimes when you go from one area to another, it's the same song, but a layer or two is added or removed. So it gets more or less atmospheric and creepy.
Nice kill. You're
you.
sliding it down the hill pretty well.
I also kind of like to try and gradually make my way back to where I'm headed anyway and let them chase me when I can during a fight. Okay. That actually was not so bad. It wasn't the cleanest thing ever, but it was fairly fast.
And the
that
damage you
matters.
tanked was actually aiding you as opposed to just happening.
Yeah. And yes, I expect to be at 1 at this point, so I am not, in fact, behind. It's also the first time that I've come out of that without hitting the spikes. So, small miracles. That's where we want to be. Come on. Don't fall in there. I also like the I'll just grab the ledge in front of me and morph ball directly into it maneuver. Like that.
Yeah, that works really well.
It's subtle tech that they added, but it's nice tech. And it just makes the game run more smoothly. This is a corridor we're going to see several times, because it likes to run us back and forth through it. Ha! Beat the cycle. Usually I get hit by that thing. Alright. This is where things get dangerous. Well, I guess not immediately. Finally remember that that thing is there. All the pieces are coming together. Literally, that's the first time that I've done that correctly.
Well, good. I'm glad that you're making connections as you play this over and over and over.
Yeah, finally getting some things right. I like this fight. It's pretty cool. It's also kind of scary, so It shouldn't be scary, but I have a tendency to mess it up. Or at least do it not as well as I could / should.
Being inside that arc of yellow things is actually really cool.
Yeah.
It rewards you for face charging the enemy. The 2 shots that you're hitting.
What's up?
When you're angling down from the platform, you're just hitting him in the toe and it counts.
Yep. Got him. I think that's probably my smoothest fight for him so far. So far, this run is going pretty well.
Dude, don't jinx it.
I know. I thought that right after I said it, but, you know, me and Superstition, we don't really see eye to eye. Oh, that lined up so well. Did not expect it to.
Yeah, some of the times you just fall through a room and you're like, oh look, I'm fine.
Come on. There we go. I knew you were close. Parts of that were smooth, parts of that not so much. Not to forget the few power-ups I'm actually gonna get. That was way smoother than I was expecting.
The game doesn't seem to know what to do with you if you're just in ball form the whole time.
It was weird. I actually collided with it, but it didn't count. Yeah. Ah, I thought I was gonna miss that second one. It's fine. Not a big deal. this later. Ha! First time.
Nice.
It's actually a really cool sequence if it goes well. You've seen it go not
They
well.
expect you to speed up, speed up, speed up. Oh, now I've got speed booster. I'm safe.
Mm-hmm. Come on. There we go. Get back here. And that's probably going to be my last energy tank for the game.
Wow, really? Only 5?
Yep. Living on the edge. Okay, don't forget the Metroid before I leave the area. Don't forget the Metroid before I leave the area.
Forget the Metroid before you leave the area.
Oh, thanks.
I figured by saying it that way, you'd be much more likely to remember.
Conveyor belt of doom. Alright. Let's see. Good. Fine. Ideally, I jump away while it's exploding, but at least I got the whole thing. Now for the hard one. Good. Nice and cleanly between them. Perfect. Whatever. Just a little damage.
Super missiles.
Super missiles are a hot commodity. That's pretty good. This is the don't forget to go this way. Let's try not to end in lava. huge fan of how close this always is. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna get his stuff, because I want that one super missile back, as well as that safety life. Because I still have to make it back alive. There's still a lot of enemies between here and the next save point. And that's a it takes super missiles to get super missiles pack. So I needed one left after that boss fight.
That wasn't what you meant to blow up with those bombs, but it worked out.
Yeah! I'm gonna call that kind of successful? Unexpected results? Haha, did not fall for the thing. Two for one.
Nice hit.
Thank you. Right onto it, yeah. Okay, we're at 6. That's where we want to be right now.
Smooth dodge.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. 6 Metroids, 1 Gauntlet. Let's do it. Come on, line up better. Line up better. Good.
One of the things you haven't explained is that when you use the charge shot and jump around and hold on to the spark, it draws in items. So
Yes.
that's one of the reasons you've been doing that after each fight.
Oh man. Alright. Ha! Canceled your charge, that's awesome. Okay. Had to try. Come on. Just needed it dead. Man, I'm glad I got that super missile shot in when I did. Otherwise, that would have been an even more drawn-out fight. Ah. Super missiles hurt them.
Super missiles hurt them hard.
I'm gonna save my super missiles for the harder fights. You're not that hard to juggle. Even though I'm screwing up now, you're not that hard to juggle.
Do you feel like in support groups, villains talk about the fact that they're not worth like super missiles or like the actual thing?
They should be.
Like, yeah, I'm just a lower level minion.
Just a mini boss.
Even willing to expend resources on me. I mean, I should be drawing resources out of him at least.
Yeah. Come on. Let me line it up. Okay, it's just gonna be that kind of fight.
Swing and a whiff. Swing and a whiff.
Now I'm hitting. Come on. Yeesh. Fortunately, I've only got one left after this, and I'm full on supers, so I can use, well, I guess most of them. I do need to end up with ones. I can use them all. I can get super missiles back when I need them.
They're also very likely to drop super missiles in their death candy.
Yes. I strongly need super missiles on my way back to get a an item pickup. So it's very important that I have them, but I'm willing to rely on something between the combination of them dropping it. This is the other spider ball use. Those drop away and drop you into spikes, and it's somewhere between annoying and time-consuming to work around that.
I like the term death candy.
Come on. There we go.
Death candy would totally change Halloween.
Yeah, but you're not generally killing Metroids on Halloween.
Okay, well,
You're
Metroid
not.
also would change Halloween.
They really would.
Like, if that were an option, you just get a Metroid baby. Like, okay, and here's some death candy. Good luck. Like, here's your world. Like, I would participate in Halloween again.
The only way to get candy from my house is to kill a Metroid, and then you get death candy.
Here's a controller. Good luck. I'm down with this plan, guys.
Well, you have been saying you really enjoy your trick, so...
Yep.
Same.
Oh. That'll do. Getting that super missile pack is very important. And it takes one to open up the path for it. All in all, that was not a terrible gauntlet.
No, it went pretty smooth.
Couple couple of fights were a little more bleedy and a little longer than they coulda, shoulda, woulda been, but overall it went reasonably fast. And I didn't die. That gauntlet is one of the places I really genuinely worry about dying. And I even have the super missile for opening up the path back. Yeah. Take some hits, it's fine. You could spider ball your way around here, but it would be so slow. I do still love that. Oh, that's a good idea. I should be using that. I should be using pseudo screw attack, which is the term for charging up and then doing a regular jump. You'll actually damage things when you hit them. You'll lose the charge and you'll take damage if you don't kill them. But
it's halfway there and it's useful.
yes, it is halfway there and it is useful. Oh, you're gonna be on that side of the boxes today, are you? Okay. Okay. You're just gonna dodge a lot, that's fine. I was hoping that you would be dead faster, but that was still pretty reasonable. Don't need the extra stuff. Let's try pseudo screw attack on the way back. That's a much better way to do that room. I gotta remember that. Oh, I'm glad I did not end up in that lava pit. That would have sucked. One more time, spiky room. That's why I still need a super missile. Not having one for that would suck.
The fact that those crystals can only be broken by a super missile is kind of insane.
You mean in terms of
I
like
mean,
lore?
what are they made of?
Yeah. That is a good question. Oh. That was almost worth going back to get. Probably was worth going back to get. These things are just cool. Yeah.
While you're in this thing that it takes a while, or when you get back in it the next time you're in a thing that takes a while, those of us that are on Discord with you cannot hear the game.
Can't hear the in-game music?
Correct. We have no in-game sound at all.
I don't know how to fix that, unfortunately. I can try stopping and restarting the stream for you guys. It won't mess with people who are in the other stream, so I'll give that a shot.
Well, we're also seeing the game framed out by another window at the moment.
Oh, maybe the issue... Is that better? Well, you'll see in a sec.
No.
Still no volume?
No, and we're seeing the mixer and everything, which is pretty cool.
I mean, yeah,
Not a lot.
we're seeing
did I get the
basically
wrong
the
window?
stream console.
I see. I shared the wrong thing for you guys. Let me fix that real quick. It's not like, you know, time is of the essence or anything. There. That should fix it.
That fixes it.
So much better way to handle that room.
See, just in time to see you Shine Spike your way and Captain Marvel your way through something.
For good measure, in case you really have supers. Oh, you left one. Okay. Super important to get this one too. Alright. Oops. What's a little lava bath?
A little lava bath among friends.
Yep.
I'm sure that
I
there's a
didn't know
spot
you could-
somewhere.
You did the Shine Spark, you flew, and then you landed on the ground and kept going. I didn't know you
Yes.
could do that.
That is a pretty cool piece of tech, actually. That was a pretty good fight. Yeah, if it's a ramp, you can land back on it and start running again, and then you can go back into Shine Spark after it. Okay, we're just gonna go in the lava this time. Hoping for a Shine Spark back, but, you know, we're fine. We're fine on health, so whatever. It's not much of a savings, but it's still a cool thing to do. Okay, the cool way forward. Secrets! Shortcuts! No.
That works real well.
It does. I was pretty happy when I saw that. Taking damage is faster than killing, things are waiting. And there's a refill point right here. First try. Okay, here's where things get scary again.
Is this the first one that charges you?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe this is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You saw how bad I was at these before.
Getting that many good super missiles in is pretty good.
Yep. Actually pretty happy with this so far. Don't go backwards through that. That'll be real bad. Okay. Not too bad.
Yeah, that was reasonably clean.
The reason that this little segment is scary is that I have the first of those and this guy, who hopefully will actually be really fast. Come on. Ah, okay. Don't fall. That will be the worst, because then you have to start the boss fight completely over again. Its health is refreshed. And we don't need that. It's fine. The combination of the two of those after a long journey before a save point is a little bit nerve-wracking for me. Hey Dan, how's it going?
The second guy well.
Because why not? What's better than one of the big things? One of the big things in the dark. I hate it when it counters all of the super missiles like that. Oh well. Still not too bad. I shouldn't have bothered waiting for the items. Quick way, but only one way. Come on. Sometimes wall jumping is faster than space jump. Actually, a lot of times it is. Ah, yes, this section. Come on. Come on. We're gonna go back for super missiles. It would suck to do the remaining two with none. Well, one.
In Super Metroid, there's a boss that comes from the ceiling and is like a big what am I trying to say? It's a plant thing.
Yep.
Some of these bones look like him.
Oh, I can see that.
He's got those spikes all around his head.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, the first area that has bones, there's like one thing that's hanging from the ceiling, and it looks like him.
Yeah. Spore spawn. That's who you're thinking of.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I can totally see that. With like
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
right there. This
Off on the right, or that one right over there off on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the spore spawn.
All right. How much trouble are you gonna cause me today? Not too bad.
I mean, you're a bit low on health, but not too bad.
But I was a bit low on health without having to do safety strats and take it slowly. That's what I wanted
That
to
is
avoid,
true.
was
Yeah.
taking it slowly. So you remember Tester?
Yeah, I remember Tester.
We're not fighting Tester.
And damn.
Sorry. You remember the thing that gives power bombs? The like really nice chase and the like blowing up sequence and stuff?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Like the robot that chases you and the like thermal meter and stuff like that. How you need like power bombs to get through here.
Yeah.
Turns out. Turns out there's another way. So kind of like Zero Mission, we're just not getting power bombs. Ah, well. There was a trick I was gonna try. I don't even know if it works, but not getting it.
The spiky fish are related to the spaghetti snails.
They are. Oh, really? You're gonna leave us in peace? Okay. Alright. Almost time for the first of a couple of gauntlets of pain. First and worst. Oh, helps if I actually make progress. Okay, could have been worse. Not the best, not the worst. Oops. Not great. Let's see if we die.
You made it out. Good job.
Well, that's only the first half of the gauntlet, so I'm a little low on life. We'll see how it goes. Time for soccer. Soccer section is not quite as bad. You are gonna get stuck. Okay. Is that gonna get you unstuck? No? Okay, how about that? There we go. Sometimes it just does not want to play nice. Oh no. No, you... Okay. Soccer balls, I tell ya. Soccer balls are the worst.
They're the worst for speedruns. They're fun in normal games.
They actually are really fun. Why not? I don't know. I'm just messing around at that point. The least annoying of these guys. Why? Because you jump, and I can account for that. Yeah. Yeah. We have 1 or 2 more hits left. There we go. We're not even gonna bother getting your stuff. Ha!
No death candy for Dave?
No death candy from that one. It's not worth my time.
Again, it's gonna go into years of therapy now because of you.
Good. I mean, it's dead anyway, so...
I bet they respawn for therapy.
They don't get to juggle me this time. Woo! No pain there. Got through them. Alright, done with Gauntlet. Parts 1 and 2.
Reasonably smooth.
Yeah. Thank you. More soccer.
I like the fact he uses super missile on the damn thing.
Sure. Okay. Super missiles are great for soccer. Didn't you know?
Do the
That can make
bombs
like
work
it.
well?
Yeah, I was gonna say that could make soccer way more interesting for parents.
Makes soccer way more interesting for the World Cup.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's like World War plus soccer.
There are a lot of ways that room can go wrong. Glad they didn't. I love that you can just screw attack those things now. It's like, by the way, your life is way more awesome with screw attack. In case you didn't know. Metroid Gauntlet? Metroid Gauntlet. Come on, let's all come in here like a big family. Okay.
I think you bounce him up and then shoot him in the butt, and you bounce him up and then shoot him in the butt.
When you get a good juggle, oh, life is so much nicer. Okay, good. So I only have those 2 in the water for later. Means this section's going well. Love being able to just screw attack those things.
So amazing how much of that space is screw attack destroyable.
Yeah, they add a lot of screw attackable terrain because I think they figured out that just plowing through things with screw attack is just fun and satisfying. So, getting gravity suit before fighting the Metroids in water this time.
I support this point.
Yeah, you remember how it went that first time when I did not have gravity for that room.
So slow.
Slow and painful for everyone involved, including me. Such a great way to go up there.
Yeah, it was. Giant spark jumping is just the best.
It totally is. I agree. The slowest soccer finish. But it's still a finish. I think that's the last of soccer?
Yeah, there were secrets to use it, but I don't think there's any other critical pathways that use it.
Yeah. Are you gonna troll me? Nope. Okay, nice. Those bubbles like to troll me at times. Oh, really, fish? Really? Okay.
I thought about it.
You did think about it. They shouldn't have thought about it. I think that's the moment of man, you were such a pain before. Now life is awesome. Actually, yeah, that's the room with these guys. Come on. Gonna play nice? Gonna play nice at all?
Remember where your weak spot is.
You're almost dead. How do you still have life? You got 2 super missiles in the core already. Okay. I'm still actually, even with that, having trouble getting the weak spot reliably, but that was alright.
Yeah. Sometimes in the previous fights you've done, you were just taking quick shots and not really trying to line it up.
Yeah. There are times that my accuracy when actually trying to line it up carefully is still meh. And that's usually when I'm like, well, I just need to power through. But it's always nice when I don't have to resort to that. Those things do not require a super missile.
Oh, they just require ice and then...
Ice and impact.
Okay. So much as you know the exact spot to stand in.
The interesting thing is, it's random. Its pattern is random. I was just anticipating and hoping for the best.
It seems like the random pattern has a hole in it, and you found where the hole is.
One moment. Okay, that's how we're gonna be today. Sometimes I can get that immediately, sometimes I can't. No! On the very last one! Well, in revenge, I'm gonna pick up the missile tank that I don't usually bother with. There we go. Even though it is random, from my experience, it tends to be oddly consistent about if you're timing expecting it to be on the right side coming down in that path of missiles so significantly more often than not you're going to get it that it's worth just anticipating it being there, firing missiles, and hoping for the best.
I was more talking about the fact that it never crossed the two tiles that you were standing in.
Oh, it can. It usually knocks me off that twice over the course of the battle. It just didn't this time. Save a lot of time that way, but I'll take what I can get. I like walking it back toward where I want to be anyway over the course of the battle, even if it's not a super fast battle, it still tends to work out. And yes, we need to come back again. The big ones. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it in the back. I don't usually go for that, but in this one, I've got the room to spare for it. And given that I hit it, actually saved a bit of time on that fight. So you remember saying it would be cool to get those brief openings when it jumps away from you? It seems like
I remember.
It seems like it does double damage if you can. It's just really hard to do consistently.
That makes sense.
I might not go for it for the other ones, but I'm glad that I got it for that. Not even gonna bother with that save point. There's another one before anything important happens. And in the latter part of this sequence toward the next save point, there's a really great shortcut that I'm gonna go for.
Nice.
That is a shortcut.
It's a wonderful shortcut.
Isn't it? Oh, I forgot the other super missile
one.
pack. Okay, I'm a little later on super missile tanks than I want to be. I should be at 10 instead of 8. Oh well. Just gonna have to gauntlet without it. Yeah, that shortcut is so wonderful. Okay. Oops. Oh, I figured I should go for it.
It was worth a shot.
Oh man, I'm actually in trouble now. I'm not gonna go for it. I need all of my... I know. That's a problem. I'm gonna die. Ah.
You
All right.
almost made it.
I almost made it. Alright. Such is life. I flubbed way too many of those, and that's why I usually want the extra super missiles as a backup plan, but I forgot to pick them up. So gotta make do. And this is a gauntlet of 3 of them where ideally I'm not going back to the save point between any of them. And any of the 3 can go badly like that. I'm gonna go for it. Yes!
Nice.
That should do it.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah. either double damage or something, because the iframes are twice as long, and it took far fewer hits because you got that hit in.
Yeah. Come on, give me some super missiles. There we go. I guess now, right now, that counts as full. That's going to be interesting with the last boss fight too, but yeah. Two for one sale. That's right, should be just one regular hit. Come on. Really? You're just gonna be like that, huh?
You can count them and know exactly how many you have left.
It should be 7 super missiles to the belly, where a super to the back would count as double. Given that I had 8, and I hadn't missed yet, but yes, being able to keep track of it is getting the doubles in when they do that is really nice too. Missing one is not as nice. That should do it. And I don't need to refill. Ha! Sadly, the waterfall does not seem to have any shortcuts. Only long ways to go. Unless I had nailed that shine spark to go through this corridor, which ends there. It's a small shortcut. Well, a small quick way. But yeah. Such is life. Do not want to fall down the waterfalls.
Just waste so much time.
Yeah.
It's a nice mechanic, but it just wastes so much time.
Yep. I like that they added that in there because it's a neat thing, but I really, really don't want to fall down right now and have to slow walk back. Yeah. Jump better. The shortest shine spark. last save point. Still want to know what that thing had as power-up. Metroid egg!
And Metroid eggs could make Easter way more exciting.
So true. Super missiles, since they are reliably drop one, make the Metroid sequence in this really fast.
Yeah, because you know you're never done every mission. I also like in this one that when you increase them, you drop like a stone.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh. Come on. Well, this is gonna make for an exciting boss fight.
Gave you back at least a good chunk of health.
I'll take what I can get. How many spikes am I gonna hit? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Be able to refill some here. I keep wanting it to be on a faster part of the cycle. There we go. I like this sequence.
Gotta be getting a headache.
Yep. I like that the boss is just casually annihilating earlier parts of the game, or the area, in the process of... Nice, one cycle. Alright.
Really missing the calling as an interior decorator. Wait, did you just ball and blow up from the inside?
Yep.
That is
My life is
awesome.
complete, thank you.
That is not the
It's a great way out.
that is not the only way to defeat it, but it is definitely the most interesting way to defeat it.
That's
I
like
the fact
deeply
that
satisfying.
the first time I saw you beat that, you just threw like 7 super missiles at its face, like,
Yeah.
in its mouth.
I had so much ammo that I was
die.
just like, whatever, I'm just gonna keep firing at you until you die, and it did before I did. You can one-shot it once it gets to the point that it's willing to swallow you. You can one-shot it with a power bomb, but that assumes you have power bombs. We don't. But if you drop a ton of bombs in its belly, it gets the job done too. Helps to weaken it up with as much ammo as you can before it swallows you. Oh, really? You're gonna ignore that one?
I'm gonna step away from the stream for a second and give my dog a short walk, and I will be back, hopefully by the time the next game starts.
Yep, sounds good. This whole, you fight the last boss, then save the, well, then rather than killing the baby Metroid, let it follow you around as it opens up the path back to the beginning of the game so that you can finish it is straight out of the original. One of the things that I appreciate them doing in the fan remake and there we go, that was time. Lost a little bit of time with that death, but still under the target that I had initially set for myself, so that was I'm pretty happy with that.
Crushing it.
Continues to leave me pleasingly ahead of pace, which with Super Metroid Randomizer coming up, who knows what could happen. I'm glad to have that that extra window.
So what happens to baby Metroid? Does it become like a dog? Like what?
So, I will let the very, very end of this play out, because that leads directly into Super Metroid. And even though the randomizer cuts off the first bit, I'll do the first bit of actual Super Metroid to tie that all in together.
Nice.
I'll mention the relevant bits as they come up, but yeah, that's one of the reasons that I think that I would encourage people to play a version of Metroid 2. This being my favorite, but to each their own. Is hey, thanks, Wanderer. Is in part to get that bridger between what the original was, and Zero Mission is an awesome remake of the original. I would recommend that, especially for people who haven't played any of them, way more than I would recommend the original Nintendo NES Metroid Blasphemy, I know. But to get that bridger between the two games, and to get that like visceral understanding of what is the baby Metroid, where does it come from, what's the deal with it. So again, 39% items, or was I 38 last time? I appreciate in this that they're showing the baby Metroid and the call from Sirius Station. Remember that when we're bridging in a second. Alright, and I need to switch.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
I adore that they did that as the bridger for the very, very end of this game, because it is the very, very start of Super Metroid.